friends, welcome. My name is Teri and this is my channel that encompasses a lot. Weight loss journey, trying to lose 100 pounds. I talk about that the majority of the time on Tuesdays, and then on Fridays is strictly my what I've been making or crafting for the week. So, and since it's Friday and I have been trying to find a place to record this, you're going to hear the clock go off. So I'm in the area that Mr. Jerry usually sets. It's going to bong 12 times. It's a beautiful clock that he restored. Oh, the sun has been out, and I was going to record in my craft room, and that's really bright in there. And so I went in the sunroom, got it all set up, and because he was working in where he has a room where he puts all his collectibles, and that's where we store our canning goods and stuff like that. So it would have been loud. Well, he got that done, and I tried recording out in the sunroom, and it went from I couldn't see the camera to I was really dark in the camera. So now I'm out in his area. So, but anyway, so today I'm going to be talking, so welcome. Welcome. So today I'm going to be showing you, I have a crochet, I have socks that I'm knitting, and cross stitch, and embroidery. I have a couple of new starts in the cross stitch, one in the cross stitch and one in the embroidery, and I guess you could say I have a couple new starts in the crocheting. So I'm just going to get right to it. So I'm just trying to see. I'm going to start with the crocheting. So in the crocheting part, I decided that I was watching Laineys Life, and at one point she was talking about a corner to corner blanket. She was trying to figure out what kind of blanket to do for the temperature one, because she did one last year, and everybody that did one that was a regular blanket ended up being really long. So and that's why when I did my temperature blanket, I did squares so that it's still long for me. I can double that blanket up and it still covers this wide body and drapes over my feet a good way. So so I thought, she mentioned corner to corner. Now I've always wanted to do corner to corner, but for whatever reason it just never clicked. And I was watching another gal, and I will list both the channels down below. You know, if you go to Miss Lainey, please go over and give her a thumbs up and join her daily vlog. Give her some encouragement. She's trying to get her channel back up to where she used to be, and she's back into some new adventures. So, but anyways, I thought I'm going to try this corner to corner. Well, I wanted to, and then I sat there and found this other gal that I watch, and she was talking about how everybody was doing these cozy memory blankets, which is knitted squares, and I didn't want to do that. I've tried it and I can do it. Everybody who does it, kudos to you. That just wasn't my cup of tea. And so crochet has always been my first love, because that's what I learned to do, and then I learned how to knit and do socks and stuff like that, but my default will always be crochet. So this gal was showing a crocheted memory blanket one out of the squares, and she was using fingering sock yarn. She didn't double it up, because I have another one I'm doing the continuous granny square that is held double, so it's like a DK weight. I did not touch that at all last week, so I didn't even bring it in here. But the gal she talked about, I went onto her Ravelry page, and she sells the pattern for $1. And I thought, oh, $1, I don't want to pay $1. But I did. Because you know what? She earns, I mean, it's just $1. You know, she put time and energy into it. She even has a video tutorial on how to do it. She talks about the different ways of doing it. She has picture tutorial in it. I mean, so it was well worth the $1. Let's just say that. So I went and watched her video tutorial, and I thought, dang, I can do that. So I pulled some out to do, and I will show you. Everything's down here, so just a second. I didn't want to bend over. Have you seen the top of my head? So what I did was I took some fingering weight yarn, and I took I think it's a size B crochet hook. No, an E, sorry, an E. You can use any crochet hook size. You know, you can use fingering weight all the way up to, I'm sure, super bulky, because it's the same pattern and idea. So I started it. I had taken some sock yarn that I was just using, and I practiced on that on the night I watched my lions lose. But this was it right here. And when I got it done, I thought, you know what? That wasn't too difficult. So this is what I've done so far. I only have 6 blocks. This one is going to take a while to do. I don't expect this to be done within the year. This is something that when I get some extra scraps from my sock yarns, I'll just, you know, add it to this, and then if I have my DK one going, the extra from the finished sock yarn goes into that. So this one right here, I started right here, and then I went up, I followed her instructions on how to do that. Well, then I pulled this one out, the self-striping one. These were all socks, and I watched how to attach this, and then y'all, then you have an L, and you gotta get this block in here. And I thought, how in Sam Hill is this going to work out? But she has beautiful instructions on how to do it, and once you connect it in the middle, you're just basically going back and forth, joining back and forth until you get to the tippy top of the ends, and then you decrease it back down. Now, I decided I wanted to do 9 blocks wide for this. You can do them 4 blocks wide, you can do them 12 blocks, however wide you want, but I did 9, so it's 9 and 9. So I know that when I connect these, there should be 9 blocks here and 9 blocks here. Ask me why, how I know. Because when I did this one, everything worked out. This one all of a sudden was like this. And I had added an extra row on the top and the side. So I had to rip it back out and start it all over again. But there is 9 and 9. So anyways, I got this one started. Like I said, I put a little marker here. She suggests you do that so that you know which side is your front and back, because you do flip it. So I was really tickled with this. Now this one this is really enjoyable on that thinner yarn. And like I said, I am using a crochet hook E, not for sure of the millimeter on it. So then that got me thinking. So I have the continuous granny square one that will be done this year, so that will go into my gift pile of blankets. and I thought, I have all these scrap yarns from my worsted weight number 4, from all the blankets from old, you know, last year, the year before, you know, from my temperature blanket to my mosaic overlays. I thought, I'm going to look up a blanket, a corner to corner with number 4 weight yarn or worsted weight yarn to see how wide it should be. And I found a gal who, she does one, and hers, I think she went to 57 rows, and then she started decreasing down, and that's what I will do. I'll go up to 57, because it will be a angle like this as you're going. So I did start that. I'm using a USI hook, and this is how far I've gotten on this one. And I started right down in the bottom corner, because that's what you do. You start right in the corner, right here, and then you go 1 row, and then 2, and then on, and it expands out. So you increase on the sides. I think I'm at 39 rows, and so now it's getting, so it's going to stripe it out. But yeah, I don't care. It's a scrappy blanket, and this brings me so much joy. So I have a basket that I have, like, I know I pulled out some leftover yarns, and I just rolled them in a ball, or I caked them up, and I just go over and grab as soon as this one's done. This is all I have left of this color, and it was about this size. This will be the next color that goes in. I just had Mr. Jerry go and grab a color that he wanted. I just said, because there's a blue in it, I said, just pick not the blue, because I don't want another blue. So, but that will be the next one in. So I really enjoy working on this, because this one, I stopped this. I should have finished the row, but I didn't. I only have this much more to do in this row, and when I get to the corner, I will increase in that one, and then I will work back. So I am working back and forth, and actually the blanket, see if I could do this. Probably not. The blanket is going to be like this as you're doing it, and so this is the side. I'm failing at this miserably. So, but anyways, I've been working on that whenever the mood hits me to work on it. And then I'm trying to also knit or crochet hats, adult hats, for donations to be done by Thanksgiving. And so this color was, this is I finished one. This color is a mint green, or mint is what it was called. It's crocheted. I used a J hook, and the pattern is from Bag O' Day Crystal, and I used this last week also, and I really like this one. So it is a continuous, so it just means it starts in the center and it goes around. Most hats, when you start them, you can usually see a definite line, because you always stop and start. This one, you just move, when you get to your marker, you just move your marker up, and then you just keep going, so there isn't that. And I finished it with a row of single crochet, and I will try to put across the bottom what the name of this hat is, because I can't think of it, and it will be linked in the description with all the other stuff. So I did get that one done. Then I pulled out my other sock yarn that I had started, Bless you, babe. So it's this right here, and I can't remember who this was from because I don't have the tag with me, but Mr. Jerry had bought this for me when we did a yarn crawl, and this was up in Midland, I think, something like that. So I do my socks mainly on magic loop. I do US 1, and this is how far I gotten on the first one. I did 10 rounds of cuff of knit 2, purl 2, and I am almost, I'm going to do 25 rounds, so I think I have like 10 more rows to do. But this yarn is just going to have a mind of its own. So this one's just going to be straight stockinette knitting. So I tried to do a little bit on it each day, but not always. The next sock was my color work sock. And y'all, I got one sock done. And I got to show you. Now the color work, I bought 2 books from Stone Knits, and this one had a coffee cup with steam coming out of it. And my goal this year was to try to learn color work and to do more socks with texture in it, or hats or scarves or shawls or something with my stash. So, and if you didn't know, I pulled the end of December last year, I pulled 15 skeins out of my stash, and I wrapped them up in a bag, and they have numbers 1 through 15, and then the first of every month, my friend Jenny and I, we draw numbers, and whatever that is, we pull it out, and if we have the option that if that isn't speaking to us to use at that time, we can pull something else and put the number back in. So, but anyways, this yarn was from Yarnable when I had her subscription club. It was called Seance. No, this is not Seance. This one is, I have it in here. Oh, it is Seance. Yep. I thought it was, no it's not. This one is Laugh S'more, Worry Less. Well, I have the other. Laugh S'more, Worry Less. So it is a lightly speckled. It has like yellows and dark browns in there. So in this sock I found a yellow and a brown to go into this color work. I got this brown right here, and I have this yellow right here. Because the color work had 2 colors in it. So I'm on the second sock, and I just got the heel flap and turn done this morning. And this is what the color work is looking on this one. This one's going to be a little bit better because I kind of know more what I'm doing than the first one. So on this one, I used, on the cuff, I used the US 1 that I'm using right now, and then I bumped it up on the color work part to a US 2, and that will fit over my foot because I tried the other one. So this is the one I finished. I was concerned that when you go up a whole needle size, it would be too big on my leg, but it fit really nice. It's a lot higher than I like, but it's still nice. So I did finish that. And so all I have to do is pick up the gusset stitches and then do the decreases, and then I can work on the foot and the toes, and then this one will be done. So that was all the knitting and crocheting that I got done. And then on my cross stitch, there is a 10-month one that I'm doing, and that one was done. I think I showed that at last Friday's. So I haven't touched that at all because I don't work on it till February. When February comes out, the next section, I mean, I can, but I got other things I can work on. So instead, I pulled out something that I started last year, and originally it was going to be for my mom, and I think I'm going to keep it now. You know, we all have that right to do that. So this was from Joyful Expressions, and it is called Spirit Lead Me, I think. So it's all the names of the Holy Spirit. I'm doing this on 16 count, and I am doing 3 colors. Let me pull the colors out here. And these are all classic color work. So it is on Pickled Beets. This is Pickled Beets right here. Has that variegation in it. This one right here is a Grape Pie. And this one here is Rainy Day. So those are the colors I'm using for this. And I am doing 2 threads over 1 square, and this is almost done. This is almost done. This is what I have right here. I am working on the word spirit. I'm just starting the P in the spirit. Then under that there's like, I think 3 more words, and then it will be done. And it's hard for me to see this, so I don't know what you can see or not, because I can't see myself. So I've been working on that. This is in, it's a very light pink color. So I know there is 2 words in between there someplace. So anyways, this one, when it is done, there is a companion one that is the names of Jesus, and I'm going to do that one. I just have to decide, because I don't have it in pink, I just have to decide what colors I like. My mom would have loved this one, don't get me wrong, but when we did, Mr. Jerry made her a cross. It was probably 2 foot by 2 foot, maybe 2.5 foot by 2 foot, something like, I don't know. I mean, it's good size. I mean, it's good size. So, and I had done a cross stitch right in the cross that was on the by Sweet Wing, her freebie design on called He Is Risen. And it was the cross and the hill and the 3 crosses and stuff. So I did that for her. And I've done her a couple of embroidery things. And I always hear, I don't have much wall space left. I don't have room to put this stuff. So I knew this was going to be big. We have a vintage frame that he found at an auction that will work for it. And so I'll just keep it because I know that she would take it. But, you know, when she says I don't have much room, that's her way of saying thank you. It'll get stuck away someplace. So, and then my new start I saw this pattern and I just fell in love with it, and I showed it to Mr. Jerry and he really liked it. And this is from Lila Studios. This is called Where Love Resides. And it is a Quaker sampler, and I love Quaker style stuff. So that was my new start, and I am working up in this area here. But this is so, so pretty. So I went on to 1, 2, 3 stitch. I got some 18 count vintage country mocha fabric, and I am doing 1 strand over 1 square because I love the look of 1 strand over 1 square. I got DMC. I'm just trying to pull the colors out here. So there are all the colors that will be in it. And this is the main blue color. It's like a denim blue that I am using, and let me open it up a little bit. This will be almost 8 by 8 when I get it done, but this is how far I've gotten on it. So this is really a nice little stitch. This is so enjoyable. I really, really like this stitch. So this one, when I get this done, I will probably go straight across to get the bird in, and just to see where the end is on the sides here. But yeah, that is really a fun thing. That one, once I start on it, it is hard to put down. I do have it in Pattern Keeper, which is a cross stitch app that is so much easier. But I also, it is a PDF that I bought, and so I have that downloaded so I can print up a working copy, and I can just take highlighter tape and go across that way too. So the last thing that I have is an embroidery. I felt like starting this embroidery one. I'm not for sure how much I'm going to put into it at once, but sometimes I just love embroidery. And I had bought this kit, and I just don't want to sit there and spend the money where I get the floss, the fabric and everything, and it just sits there in the box. And so I started going through stuff. This is the last one that I have that is a kit. She just came out with, for her email subscribers, a freebie that is a small 4-inch one. So let me see if there is a picture. I will post a picture up here as I'm talking about it, because this right here has not really a good one. So this kit came with the fabric, the backing, the pen that you use to mark, and the needle and the hoop. So the colors, and these are all DMC colors, so these are the colors that will be in it. And I just started it yesterday. So it starts on the words, and the words are back split stitch. I'm not very good at the words, so, but this will go by fast. This is very, I enjoy embroidery. I enjoy cross stitch. I just don't have all hours of the day like I think I do, you know, even retired, that sometimes housework's got to be done. So so anyways, there is that. So technically, everybody, that is what I have for you today. Other than that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. The next clip you'll see, I will show you of what Mr. Jerry made me to hold my scrapbooking stuff. He just made some lunch. I will try to get some lunch and then have him, you'll hear his voice, you won't see him, tell you all the history and stuff, because my husband, what he does is he likes to find abandoned furniture, abandoned clocks, gumball machines, tool chests, anything like that. He loves to be able to restore them and give them life back again. So that's what he did with this. And I won't be able to move anything in it for a good week or so, because I'll have to open the drawers up because he stained it all. He did a really nice job on it because he knew I'd be using it for paper and everything like that, and he didn't want it to be rough or anything like that. So, but anyways, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to go get some lunch. Thanks for listening, my friends. Comment below. Are you working on anything? Tell me what you are looking forward to working on. Is there anything that you want to try this year? And are you one who's trying to use up their stash, or are you like, Miss Terry, I gotta buy new because that makes me feel good, and there's nothing wrong with that. So like I said, I'm still going to plan on buying new if I don't have it in my stash. I'm not going to struggle, but I feel like I'm making a dent in it by making, because I'll end up making at least 12 socks with what I pulled out. And if I can get DK weight, I can knit those up within 3 to 4 days, and that just will add. I will start looking for some DK Christmas yarn and stuff, because I used it all up at Christmas for our kids. But the guys, like our son and our son-in-law Kevin and our grandson Landon, who all wear men's, you know, big feet up to 13, I try to do DK because then it's a US 3, and it still fits them. They're thicker socks. They don't care if they have thin socks or not. So I try to do that for them, because I noticed with our son, when I was doing socks and I didn't give him a pair, because he always acted like he didn't want a pair, and I kind of saw that disappointment come across his face. And so I had bought, I had asked in a sock group, and someone said, well, they went up to a US 2, did the same amount of stitches. And I did that, and it was patterned wool sock. And when I got that done, I gave it to him, and they fit him, and he kind of lit up. And I thought, okay. So 2 years ago, everybody started getting socks at Christmas. And so this is what my goal is usually the first couple months after Christmas, I get socks and Mr. Jerry gets socks, because we tend to not get the socks. So, and then I pull something out, and if I look at it, and by the time I get to the foot, if it really isn't talking to me or him, then it will go to somebody in the family. So I will have a box that will house, you know, for our son's family and then for our daughters. But anyway, so he really enjoyed it. This Christmas, when everybody got it, it was striped DK socks. They were a Christmas yarn sock from Freckled Whimsy. And as soon as he got it, his regular socks came off. He put those on, and they fit him perfect. He's a size 13. He has a wider ankle because he's like 6'3", and it just made me feel good that he didn't feel left out. You know, he would never say anything, but he wasn't left out, you know. And sometimes I think that's what happens when we have the bigger people in our lives, is because it might take us extra time and effort, but they shouldn't be left out either. So But anyways, thanks again, my friends, and I will chit chat with you after a while. I'll show you that cabinet, and then I will probably then, after the cabinet, see what else to bring. So talk to you later. Okay, so Mr. Jerry, you're going to hear him. He's going to tell you what this is.
This is a office supply cabinet. It is made by the Rough Notes Company of Indianapolis, Indiana. They are still in business. They are a company that supplied office supplies to offices. I think it was made, they started making these around in the 1920s. This is probably made between the 1920s and 1940s. So it'd be about, what, 80 years old or so. Hopefully she can put craft paper in there. We'll see.
That one right there is about 12 inches, isn't it? The other ones are bigger.
Yeah. They're about 18 inches by 12.
I can probably put contact paper or something in the bottom.
The bottom is all, I sanded and smoothed all the bottom, so it's not rough, it's not dirty, it's clean. I did not stain that, so it wouldn't transfer to the paper. All of these are polished, and these are bigger.
What size would you say that is?
That's twice as big as that, so it's 24 by 18. It's about 41 inches long and 20 inches deep. And like I said, the company's still in business.
These are the original.
Yeah, everything on it is original.
So I should be able to put, like if I have Christmas stuff, I can put a paper in here that says Christmas. But these are, he polished that, that's copper. Yes. And then this is brass, he said, and there's only one that was changed out, so. But
it's just heavy like most oak.
Yeah.
Things.
But this isn't what it looked like before. Did you take a before picture?
I don't know.
Okay. If he had a before picture, I will insert it so that you can see at the end, and then I will, so that you, a comparison. So.
It doesn't look like it.
I try to get him to do before and afters because it's really a big transformation.
Nope.
So, but anyways, this is what he made for me. So now he can go on to his next umpteen projects.
Yep.
How many you got in the waiting?
I don't know, probably 8 or 10.
Because this is his room where he is slowly, you can move the... He collects all these antique things. Now he built the stuff up on the walls. They are heavy magnets that are holding these up. So, and then these are all, see, there's the magnet back there. But they're all stuff that he's collected over the years that he's redid. These are tool chests down here, carpenter's chest and stuff. We think that one was a kid's.
Yeah, it is. That one.
That one was a kid's one that he's redone. So, this is what Mr. Jerry likes to do in his woodworking area. So.
You can see.
He redid the table underneath too. So this is what he likes to do. He likes to bring things back to life. Right?
Just because you're old doesn't mean you can't get anything done.
That's true. That's true.